an alternative story of that person.
That's why we really have natural gas.
And each person is individual, so that's coming up in this near future.
They can't get from that
So
side
you're
of
right,
Metamora
right
Road,
here.
Thomas Creek Road to that
There.
side. There's a barn flooding or something out
And
there.
it'll be on constant rotation.
So they're putting frontier to the whole village. So they started with us.
That's what I heard. We don't have dates yet. It's still not yet.
I'm like,
Wait, it is the handle for dates yet, not yet.
How you doing?
Yeah. We still have to get all the facts together and everything. We have the base stories of every single person, but we have to have more.
Where's your partners?
And they're just in front today.
Yeah, we lost out to a movie.
Oh,
The movie was on and they said we're
Yeah,
gonna
can't imagine. For political discourse?
No offense.
Pretty exciting.
Is it close before it starts? 2 minutes.
I'm gonna buy this 2 minutes.
I know, I'm like, does anyone say hi to each other? How's it going?
I can actually do multiple cameras. I've done 3.
I remember you had one.
And actually, I can like 10 minutes, so I can go like that. Just capture that. It shows me the level.
Yeah.
So when I have 3 cameras, I can go over the angles.
That's good
It's
work.
not the highest quality camera, but
it does
it's
its
a
job.
decent job.
Yeah.
Well, Janet didn't like that. Oh, that one, the love party. Oh. That was yours, you said?
And I actually got her.
She would like it.
Save your money.
Is there a You only like them if you're there.
Welcome everybody, and I call this meeting to order at 7 o'clock. These are rights of First Nations.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Police report.
Good evening, everybody. For April 2026, the Metamora Township Police Department had 546 calls for service. 261 of those were traffic stops. 35 of those incidents occurred in the village. A couple to highlight, you'll see on the 13th, the 3800 block in North Oak, we took a larger than the other with that was is the resident came out and found that their vehicle, they believe that it had been rummaged through. Or fortunately, nothing was missing or stolen out of the vehicle, so fortunate for that. No suspects or anything on that one. Another incident that we had was on the 20th, about 8:24 in the morning at the corner of 3rd and Pleasant. That was an agency assist to the Lapeer City Police Department, which was originally a road rage in the city of Lapeer involving a potential firearm. That incident's been turned over to Lapeer City Police Department and being handled through the prosecutor's office. Also for April, excuse me, we worked 80 hours of OHSP traffic enforcement. 40 of those hours were distracted driving, and 40 hours were dedicated to speed enforcement. The only other thing I really have is, as you see, our speed trailers out here. I tell you guys every time, but our website is metamoratownship.com. Go to the police section. If you want to request a speed trailer, there's information about some other things that we have at the police department, vacation checks, your prescription drop off, things like that. So check that out. Also coming up in August, our the police department millage is going to be up for renewal. We are fully funded by our police millage, so there's some information coming out on that real soon. Do you have any questions for me?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fire report?
The report is in the packet, sorry, Captain Dan is out on a run right now.
It was a bad accident.
Yeah, it came in right before we came down here, so he's gonna do a little bit.
On the commissioner. Planning commission.
Another one of those short meetings, we had nothing on the agenda. He's smacking around here.
EDA,
We talked about the park. The frost, as the frost was, and, once that was lifted, you guys were gonna get started up there.
It needs to dry out some, right? Is
Yes,
what-
now it's,
Yeah, just waiting on excavation to finish the parking lot when the weather is ready, and then trees will go in.
so there wasn't really a whole lot. That's pretty much the main thing we talked about though.
attorney's report.
All my items are on the agenda.
Council communications.
Only thing I have is I wanted to remind the council that I know it's been brought up quite a few times about cars parking in Harmer Park. Where it states that the deed says that they're not to be parked, it's not to be used for park. The deed that says that is the little corner portion over here, that was, I will say the more recently acquired property, 51 East High Street, not the service road or the original part of Harmer Park. Cause I know sometimes they do park over on the White Horse property that goes back towards the igloos. Like Mother's Day, I noticed that they were all lined up facing Harmer Park. They might have actually, I think they were all on their own property, if not, maybe their bumper or front tire was on ours. Cause actually part of the backstage is actually on that brick building property. So I just want to remind the council that, just in case for those that don't know, where the deed restriction is for that little corner part, the front part up here. And I haven't been seeing too many parked in actual Harmer Park, lately, so. I have spoke with engineers, they're gonna come out and look at, West High Street on the north side. We discussed that last month, but I did get a hold of the engineers, just to look to see what our options are to try to fix the deteriorating asphalt. So hopefully I will have something more on that next month. I think that's all I have.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where are we at with the dredging?
Oh, I don't have that on here, sorry. I think she was gonna talk, I don't know if we were gonna talk about it or not, but I've been talking with Kath from F&B, and I also have an email from Biotech that the rainy spring has kind of put them behind on things, and they can only do the land application to certain farms not in the growing season, of course. So now they're looking at, I'm just trying to quick read their email. Hopefully they're looking at late June, if not, it could be July to mid-August. So I know Kath was gonna put an email or a call into them to request that it's not done during Metamora days. Potential, you know, just for the potential of if there is a smell, anything like that, we don't want it during Metamora days. But they said the latest would be July to mid-August, so hopefully it'd be done before then anyways. So, thank you. I thought I had it on there. That's it.
Moving on, need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion for that.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Public time.
I'll go first. Karen Borshako, still live here. So I'll start as I will always start until it gets fixed. There's still a lie on the sign in Metamora Community Park. That park was not established in 2025. It was established by resolution in 2016, and it was purchased in 2013 as a park, and many people were using it as a park long before 2025. So you just heard false information from Tina about the deed to Harmer Park. I have the deed, and I've actually passed it around and given you guys a copy of the deed to the original part of Harmer Park, which says it is not to be used for parking. And as far as were those vehicles, especially those 10 vehicles on Mother's Day in the park, they sure were. I drove by and noted where they were, and even if part of the bandstand is not in the park, they were well into Harmer Park. And Tina, I can give you a copy, but you should have it. And also, just like when Tina said one day her vehicle was parked down on the rail trail, and she said she was on private property, and I went back and checked the footage. She was absolutely not on private property, so I'm not going to go with what she said. So I FOIA'd the incident report about this pole that was knocked down, right? It's still looking kind of ugly out there. The concrete had to get torn up. I'm sure it cost a lot of money. I will FOIA those bills when they come in. And there was no accident report, no incident report. Apparently this was done by the DPW here. Nick Holden is what I've heard. No one has confirmed that yet, but that seems logical with the tractor. I used to deal with accidents from our crews all the time. Cannot fathom how anyone would not have written up what happened, what actions were taken, and kept track of how much time it has taken to get that fixed. And again, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and it looks really ugly right now, in my opinion. So what kind of records in general are being kept here? I have a big question about that. Potential, just all kinds of liability potential there. So the F&V contract is on the agenda today. F&V issues for many years. If you go back and look through minutes, they've come up many, many times. And still, and when I was listening today to the last meeting, could not believe that a company would just forget to invoice. These are huge problems, and they should signal to you that we should be looking at other companies to be handling that work. I want to hear what the safety plan is for the concerts out there, because what I've seen over the years here is just appalling what you guys allow. It's appalling from an ADA basis. It's appalling just on a basic safety basis, allowing vehicles to drive into that little park with no fire extinguishers around, no delineation so people can walk to the restrooms without getting hurt. It should never have been happening, but you've allowed it to happen after I pointed out those problems. I also want to hear what the safety plan, because I was actually just going through all my footage and writing up the complaint for that, for Country Days last year. Big, big problem still. It has not been fixed. You guys are not doing your jobs for us. You're just not.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Unfinished business.
Oh, wait, there was one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a little
Yeah,
slow.
public time.
Good.
I can be dramatic too, I won't get too dramatic, but I'm holding meeting minutes from June 20th, 2016. And as far as I know, this would have been the first meeting regarding the water extension project. So if my math is correctly, that's 10 years. 10 years that we were trying to get water up to Stock Road. I have property on Stock Road, and I've been holding it for 10 years, waiting for water to get up there. I can't sell it.
And I think what's got me all worked up now is, we had this, many of you may know about the Lake Orion water main that broke down there, and it's a demand issue, right? 100,000 people are out of water, and they were up and running in 5 days. I mean, that was really amazing. And here we are trying to get water to a little measly 6 to 8 people, including my vacant land there. Why don't we have water? I think that's the issue, is that no one seems to really have any hope to get it done. I talked to my neighbor, they wash in it, they do their, watering the grass, the dishes, they just can't drink it. So what do they do about that? They get free bottled water. So there's not really anything he would like to sell, but so I guess what I'm asking for is someone that can give me some names and numbers of the important contacts. I contacted Donna Hondorf. I don't know if she's still with the water group or not anymore. 2 weeks ago, I emailed her, no response. The website for the group hasn't been updated since the end of 2023. It's like they've gone dark. So I don't know if the attorney has more information, but I sure would love to get contacts at Eagle, contacts at the Fed level, contacts, even at the township. And I plan on taking the package and submitting it to our local representative and see if I can get some leg that way, because it's really I think it's out of control. Thank you.
And what was your name, sir? I'm sorry.
Gene Pratt, Pratt. Thank you. Any other public time? We'll move on to unfinished business and water main extension.
The water main extension is on hold this time on our part because we had one of our major wells go down. And so we initiated the process to replace that. The application was filed many months ago, and the state didn't give us an approval until last month. And so the state finally issued what they call the test well permit, which apparently was the first step in the process. And then I think Tina can tell us our well driller was going to get in there, and they had a hold up because of a health problem with their lead person. But it's my understanding that they're planning on being in there on the ground until June 2nd to start the drilling process. So we have to get that well up and running and get our water in good shape before we're going to start thinking about exporting it. In fairness to the settling group, they have been in contact with me. They're waiting for us to remove the pause, which is just being in place because the well is down. And as soon as that pause is lifted, we'll finalize what are frankly relatively small discrepancies between our version and their version on the agreement, and then we can move forward, I believe, at least recommend moving forward. So right now we're waiting for them to take the next step of putting a new well in starting June 2nd, according to what they have told the village.
Are they still in the water infrastructure holding companies? Are they still doing things on their end as far as like getting their plans ready, things like that? I know at one time they were, but I haven't seen anything since like 2 months ago.
They have been in communication with us on an engineering level, so they've been communicating engineering issues back and forth. The village's engineer has been communicating forth back with them, so they've been trying to move the ball forward even while the pause was in place. So I haven't heard anything recently that's of concern on our side, so just waiting for that well to get done so we can remove the pause.
I think you've covered number 2 under
Yeah, I
unfinished
think I
business.
covered number 2.
Do we know, after that test well is done, what time frame we have before they will actually do the well?
Can I refer to Kathy? Do you remember how long that takes?
Well, once they get the test well, then they have to do testing on the well, both for water quality and for flow, in order for Eagle to issue a final permit for it to be transitioned into a production well for the village.
I think he said
at
only a
which
couple,
time-
they usually typically takes only a couple weeks though.
Yeah, it should only take a couple weeks, if the drilling, is successful and they hit a good aquifer. But yeah, we have to wait for those test results and then they'll finalize, you know, they have some construction tasks to finish as far as, you know, connecting it to the water infrastructure and, you know, wiring everything in permanently and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully not too much longer after that.
Thank you.
If there's no other discussion, we'll move on to the F&B contract agreement.
Well, everybody received a revised copy of the proposal for the water and wastewater operations services. I did have another meeting with Kath, last week where we went over a couple little things. They did update the price. We haven't had a price increase in 2 years, I believe it has been. We were paying $6,166.24 cents. With their new rate, that would be, it's in here, hold on.
The month.
$7,240 for the month, each month, instead of the $6,166. So it's not, it's a large increase, but it's not that large when you look at the fact that we hadn't done a cost of living increase in 2 years. This contract lays out their scope of services a little better than the old contract that we used to have in place, where things would get questions periodically. I tried to think of any and all questions that we could possibly have as far as the scope of services, and I probably bothered Kath a little bit with all my random questions, but I wanted to make sure we are covered on every little thing that I could think of that might pop up. As far as that, the scope of services and everything looks to me, it looks fine. We do have the option, as we all know, there's been issues in the past with F&B. Things seem to be moving a little bit better now that we have a better point of contact. But we do have the option also, I mean, it's for a 5-year term, but we also have the right to.
Terminate in 90 days.
Yes.
Notice of any times.
Yes, thank you, terminate with 90 days, so. Mr. Denney, would you like?
We have commented in the confidential letter, it's not my favorite contract, liability, indemnification requirements, for us to identify F&B, if something goes wrong or are very one-sided in their direction, they can have annual price increases based on their change in wages. My favorite part of the contract is the 90-day termination notice provision, so, I'm not sure how much different you're gonna get with other providers. And if that ever comes to that, then you're gonna have to be looking more aggressively at other providers if you want to have a more honest look at it.
Does the council have any questions? I know I did send this out to the council last week, so everybody have time to look at it, either for me or for Kath or for Mr. Denney.
They've been the other company we did.
More or less, yes. I mean, it was Earth Tech and then United Water and then F&B. So it's always just kind of rolled over as they basically got bought out, right? Switched hands, business.
Yeah, the contract was sold to F&B operations by United Water.
And before that, it was Earth Tech and then United Water. Same thing.
Same people, different name.
Yes, basically.
Are there people in the village all the time who can take care of problems, or are they have to come from another?
They're only here 30 or 20 hours a week. So they're not here all the time. It's a quick call, text, whatever, and usually half hour, I'd say max, to get somebody over here. I don't know any other companies around here that are closer. I know some communities hire out their own person, but we have to make sure that they have the proper licensing if we were to do that. The lagoon license seems to be a rough one to find somebody that has the proper lagoon licensing.
What are we looking for tonight, to get approval of that?
Yep. I mean, that's up to the council, but I think we need to act on it. We haven't had a contract in place since 22, technically. So.
There's a blank that says they want an owner representative, so I assume that's somebody from the village.
Correct.
You want in that, do you have a recommendation of who you want in that slot?
Either the president or me, I would assume, I don't know. I guess I'd be up to the council.
Any comments?
That would make the most sense.
Can we have both? I mean,
Probably be a good idea to have a backup contact.
right,
Someone who's traveled later out of town or deal.
right.
And we have Brian, right? He's our main guy. Do we have anyone else?
Yes, there's two other, there's, Kevin,
Yeah, there's
And Drew.
Kevin Ford, Drew Collins,
that's his last name.
yeah, Rob Jones is still in play, he still is in the area.
So we do have other contacts, like if Brian, like right now, he's out of town. So there's a list of
I
contacts.
just wondered if
Right.
we had a backup
Yes.
person that
Yep,
is
we're
familiar
covered
with our
24/7.
systems.
So for the blank, you'd have the village president, John Clark, or clerk, Tina Sauve.
That's what council wants.
It seems smart to have a backup.
Right.
Makes sense. I'll make a motion to go with it.
I'll second it.
With you two as a backup.
Does that need to be roll call, Mr. Denney?
That'd probably be best. And I think, you probably ought to authorize someone to sign the contract. So,
Okay.
you authorize the clerk to sign the contract?
Yes.
Can that be all in the same motion?
Yes.
Do you
I'll
support
second.
that? Okay.
And we have a motion and support.
And then I'm gonna do roll call. So roll call vote, Larry,
Yay.
Lloyd,
Yay.
Michelle,
Yes.
Suzy,
Yes.
Chuck, Marci.
Motion approved. Yeah, moving on to new business. Car crew special event application.
Okay. Well, we have an application for the weekly car cruise. This is the first time we've ever asked the car crews to fill out an application. I know our new application asked for it to be 60 days before the event. The last number of years, we've always just made a motion at a council meeting to approve the dates. But I did request at the last minute, I'm sorry, that they fill out an application, just like we make anybody else that's closing down the road now. So we have an application, they have a drawing, copy of the insurance. The dates are from last week, which didn't happen. So starting this Wednesday and through October 14th, weather permitting, correct? Yes. Do you have anything you'd like to add on it?
Not much. I've been talking with Nick just about getting some reinforced barricades and deep and a couple barrels at the end of each. We've had some issues with people not involved with the cruise, just driving right through it. So to avoid vendors, Nick and I are probably gonna use a couple barrels, but other than that, we're ready to go. Further permitting.
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion, we go with it.
One second.
Motion been made to accept the car crew's application and any support. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Car cruise, cars and coffee special event.
Okay, so,
Take your time.
again, wasn't aware that they had to have an application in 60 days before. Again, and they asked them to do one, and this is the first time, I think, first time you're doing a Saturday one, right?
Since I've been involved,
Okay.
yes.
They're proposing to do a Saturday cars and coffee, from 8 AM to noon. That's the time it's up and kind of clean up. So basically, have a copy of the map, the insurance, same location as the weekly car cruise.
And that's every Saturday?
No, this is just a special pop-up event.
Okay,
Yeah, so this one is slated for Saturday, June 13th.
okay, gotcha now.
I'll make a motion on that one.
Second?
I'll second it. Just get my card together.
Michelle seconded that.
Okay, we have a motion and support to set the application for Car Cruise Coffee Special Event. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Except we got the okay, so we'll take one more motion.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And thank you, Larry, for running the meeting at the last minute.
How was it?
He's all right. We'll just say he's all right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
On your cars and coffee, do you know, does that coincide with farmer's market that weekend?
It doesn't, if they're having a farmer's market, it is completely ironic. Good timing, I guess, but no.
That would be
it's like-
nice. That's what I was thinking, I think that would draw a lot of people.
That would be a really good idea, actually. Are they doing a farmer's market?
9 to
this year?
noon.
Every 2 weeks, so not this weekend.
Oh, every 2 weeks now?
Oh, I believe it's every 2 weeks.
Where's it gonna be?
Right here.
Oh.
RJ Golden.
Golden Heights. Okay.
Yeah, I think 2 a month, I heard, those.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sounded
that's
nice.
perfect time.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get down there.
Yeah.
I think so. Nice to have the sign. Okay.
That's why a great job.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Well, that's, yeah. I thought maybe you left and went away and.
Yeah.
Okay.